Yeah.
Am I the meanest? Sure enough. Am I the prettiest? Sure enough. Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town? Sure enough. Well, who am I? Sure enough. Who am I? Sure enough. I can't hear you. Sure enough. Sure enough. Shogun. Shogun.
Monday. Yeah.
Am I the meanest? Sure enough. Am I the prettiest? Sure enough. Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Sure enough. Who am I?
Gold checking in early this morning. General, what's up? Top of the morning. Top of the morning.
Shogun.
The Shogun. What's going on? What's going on, world? Happy Monday, April 21st. It is the AM Kings show. You already know what it is. We are on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube, Facebook. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share like you see down below. And of course, you already know what it is. JPad the Juggernaut. That's LB right next to me. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What's going on, world? What's going on? Gold, top of the morning, top of the morning. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on your residency out there in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Much success to that. You know what I mean? Much success to that. And much success to all my people making accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? Mo Tillis is the realest. You already know what it is. Good morning, TK Kingdom. What's going on? Good morning, y'all. Good morning, everybody. You know what I'm saying? We up in here. It is the AM King show. Talking tough with it. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do. That's how we do. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do. That's how we do. For sure, for sure. You know, make sure y'all liking, subscribing, and sharing. Happy Easter weekend. Happy 420 weekend for all my people out there in the land. You know what I'm saying? If you guys had a good weekend, put some thumbs up in the chat. Put some thumbs up. Put some thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Put some thumbs up and let's get the run up. That part of the game. You know what I'm saying? The mellow man is in effect.
Mic check for respect. How
What's
it sound
going
there?
on? Sounded pretty good, brother. Sounded pretty good. Can't complain. Can't complain at all, man. Good to go. Good to go. We are on the AM King show. Like, subscribe, share. YouTube, Facebook family. Appreciate y'all tapping in this morning, man. And once again, you guys had a blessed weekend for Easter. If you celebrate Easter, if you don't, even if you don't, hope you had a blessed weekend anyway. If you're 420 friendly, you know what I'm saying? We are 420 friendly show. You know what I'm saying? As you very well know, look at the doctor over there, the doctoring it up for the morning. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Yeah, man. But how was the weekend, fellas? How was your weekend, L?
Oh, fantastic. You know, this is my weekend. Birthday on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
420 was yesterday. Well, 420 every day for me. But yeah, I sat back and did my thing. And it's continuing all this week. So if anybody see me, I might not be able to answer you right away because I gotta get my scruples straightened first.
No doubt, no doubt. See, checking in up there in Connecticut. We connecting it. What's going on, brother? He said, what's good? He love vibrations all the time. You know what I'm saying? All the time. Mellow man, you know what I'm saying? With the big plan. Down in the H-Town where the heat, no Miami,
Woo.
is in effect. Talk about the
Yes,
weekend for me,
sir.
brother.
We had some highs and lows, you know. Happy Resurrection Day. Happy Born Day to LB. We had a family member that was buried. So shout out to the Gavin family. Willie Gavin, Pastor Willie Gavin. They celebrated his home going on Saturday, and also on 420, uh, my one of my first grandkids that didn't make it celebrate. We celebrated her birthday. It's every 420. It's a Mina Sky, so it was a Mina Sky day for us. You know what I'm saying? So we had ups and downs, and of course the Rockets were down. So
Oh yeah, oh yeah. The
we'll
Rockets
talk about
definitely. We about to talk about that. That's the first thing we getting into this morning.
that's the first thing.
Steelers, right? Steelers Nation checking in. Frank Gransman checking in. Our people's dismost. You know what I'm saying, with the most chili most. What's going on, brother? Annie Mae. Good morning. Good to see the women and the men tapping in this morning on the AM King Show. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Happy Monday to everybody. Good morning, fellas. Yes, Annie Mae. Good morning to you. And thank you guys for tapping in. We're on a new system this morning. So want y'all guys to bear with us. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get through the morning as we normally do. Just know that the juggernaut had to add an extra, you know what I'm saying, to it. And we're going to get to it like we know how
Whip appeal.
to do it. Yeah, that's right. The whip appeal for real. You know what I mean? Crack the whip. You know what I'm saying? But yes, we're about to crack the whip now and just go over, as the Mellow Man said, we're going to get into this real quick. We're going to check our scores from over the weekend in the NBA. As you can see, the Timberwolves handed the Lakers a sound beating on that was Saturday. 117-95. You know what I'm saying? So the T-Wolves looking pretty strong out there. You already know they're looking pretty good. The Knicks were New Yorking over in New York. Really exposed a young Pistons team. I saw bits and pieces of that game, and it's just down the stretch. In these playoff games, down the stretch is where it's all about. Anime said, "I love it." Steelers Nation said, "Good morning, happy resurrection, Easter all, and happy birthday, LB, who tried to sneak out without getting the happy birthday flowers. But happy birthday, boy."
My
You know what I'm
birthday
saying?
Friday.
Everybody make sure y'all say,
My birthday
huh?
Friday. It's Friday, the
This
25th.
Friday. It's Friday. That's what I thought. I knew I didn't miss it. I was
Yeah,
like, man, wait a minute.
it's the
It ain't LB.
25th.
It ain't LB. It
I said
ain't your
I'm
birthday
partying
yet.
all week. I said it wasn't
Uh,
happening. I said I'm still transpiring from what I've been doing all week. I'm getting,
uh,
I'm getting it in. But
mm-hmm.
yeah, Friday's my day though. Friday. Appreciate everybody though. Appreciate
Yes,
it.
indeed. Yes, indeed. This is LB's birthday week.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, of course, the Clippers, boy, they fell short just by 2 points to Nuggets. Nuggets barely got the Clippers. I don't know. That's going to be a very tight series. I believe that's going to go the full extent. The Bucks did not look like the ones that pulled the greenbacks in. They looked like the Bucks that were like, oh shucks, because put the whipping stick on, you know, the Bucks, the Pacers. I mean, that's a young team that they've been. These young teams, some of these young teams, I will say this: the nucleuses are formalizing, and it's getting to the point now where it's clearly getting to a point now where the new regime is beginning to take over in the NBA. 117-98, Giannis and the crew definitely took a sound beating. Let's see if we can go to the 20th, which was yesterday, 420. We had the
Yeah.
Warriors and the Rockets, as P said, Golden State showing their valor, getting on the road, stealing one from Houston at home, 95-85. My Miami Heat took a sound beating as I expected them to, uh, being in the play-in tournament and then turning right back around and having to face the number one seed in the Eastern Conference is not going to be an easy task. 121-100, the Cavaliers, and as expected, they are ready for the playoffs. In the other Eastern Conference game, the Magic took a sound beating from the defending champion Boston Celtics, which is another play-in team. Any of the play-in teams that you see here, man, a lot of them are going to face some serious heat. Excuse the pun, Miami. I love y'all. But yeah, gonna face some serious heat. 103 to 86. That was a whooping. And the most lopsided win over the weekend was Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies only able to muster up 80 points. And the OKC Thunder, which is the number one seed in the West, 131. I think that might be one of the most sound beatings that I've seen in a long time. Dismo said Lakers love them, but in the words of Bubba Dub, trash. Yes, they definitely did not show up and show out at home, which you got to take care of business at home in the NBA. You got to take business. If you have home court advantage, we all know this very well. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's PR. All right, there you go. Uh-oh. The Mello man just jumped himself out on accident. Look at hell. Hell, where the hell did you go, man? Man, we getting it. Uh-oh. There we go. There he is. There he is. A brief jump out and a brief jump back in. You
Jump
know what I'm saying?
around.
Yeah. Jump up, and get down. You feel me? And stay tuned for the woke show, by the way. You know what I'm saying? The woke show is going to be happening this morning. And once again, P, give him a shameless plug. C said, laugh my butt off. You know what I'm saying? To Dismos, yes. But go ahead, P.
The Woke Show every AM following the AM King Show. We're located on lfxmedia.live, which is the platform that we own and maintain. All you have to do is hit the link and we'll play whatever you think you want to hear. We'll hit
All
you
right.
with the last few times we hit them with some Prodigy, we hit them with some Queensbridge, we hit them with some Wu Tang. So I don't know what I got up my sleeve tonight, this morning.
Yeah, I
I
seen the
don't know.
Jada Kiss. Man,
Yeah,
man, the
Jada.
Jada Kiss mix was super lit. If y'all didn't see that one, is there an archives P? Can they go back and tap in on that show?
I have to check. I have to check because we usually archive the ones that we do on Kick, but you know what? It's just as simple as hitting the record button, and I don't think I did. But guess what? It's up here. We can run that back.
I tell you right now, man. I listen to that station while I'm at the store. I play that shit all day, fam. I,
Oh
Appreciate you,
yeah.
bro.
all day I play that joint. I'm doing
Oh well,
lift. I'm playing that joint all day, cuz I'm playing you
that's
hard as
there's
hell
your
right
answer
now.
right there. There's your answer right there. So
There it
obviously we are
is,
in syndication,
and it's
Yeah.
instant
mm-hmm,
syndication.
He got
mm-hmm.
them old school joints I ain't heard in a minute, boy. I said this
Oh
nigga
man,
doing the thing. I should have been
oh
turned on to this
oh
channel.
man,
Yeah.
that's why we call PDC the Abbott, because
Yeah.
not only does he narrate, he also does the curate.
Hmm. And it don't
Cu-
take much. lfxmedia.live. Just hit the link. Our first landing page, you'll see a link. I mean, not a link. You see a play arrow, and boom, you right in on the
Yep,
station.
just press play. That's all you gotta do. It's about as remedial and simple as it gets. And
Play ya.
even though, you know, P said he's too much, the heat miser, Mellow Man PDC. I mean, and LB over there, like, you know what I'm saying? I hit him like this, I hit him like that, I hit him with the wiffle
This
ball.
ball cap. Yes, sir.
Man,
You
got
got
the
the wiffle
that out
ball.
this morning. It's birthday week for LB. Make sure y'all give LB his flowers this week. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So,
I'm a walk. My eyes are open.
we're gonna keep our eyes open on this NBA playoffs. C said, "Yeah, Jada Kiss letter than the next one he played was hitting." So people are tapping in to the mix and the master behind the wheels. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And Mellow PDC does get on the wheels. So you guys stay tapped into the woke show. But getting back to this NBA playoffs real quick, and then we're gonna move on. Man, it's really really a change of the guard. I see it. I see it coming. The younger blood is starting to really send a message in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? OKC, for example, number one seed, young team. Nobody picked Cleveland to be where they were, and they
Mm.
both ended up being the number one seed in each conference, and they showed it in their first game, and they defended home court well. Give me some brief takes on that, and then we'll move on, guys.
Sure. I'll start. First of all, I agree with you as far as the changing of the guard. We see a lot of older teams that, like the Lakers. They're trying to rebuild, but it's not quite, the caliber of Lakers that we're used to seeing. Uh, Again, like you said, Custom B King, that Milwaukee Bucks team that we seen of a few years ago, it's not that same look. So we got a few older teams and younger teams. But to be honest with you, and I'm not even going to be biased, I feel like the Rockets have more talent than the Warriors, but the Warriors have more playoff experience. You know what I'm saying? So, as Charles Barkley, when he did his commentation, he said these guys got to realize that this is the playoffs, not just the play. You know what I'm saying? So they started off with a 6-0 lead, and then before you knew it, they was down by 23, and a lot of times down by 23 ends up in a loss, as it did. So yeah, it's a lot of NBA action, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. We're gonna monitor the playoffs, man, and we know you guys are too. John's checking in. What up, John? You know what I'm saying? Already here in the mix. Welcome to the AM Kings show, bro. And Sam Boone said, bless up yourself. You already know, much respect to all. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And you guys stay tapped in, stay locked in. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like, subscribe, and share. The AM Kings show is in full effect. Let's see if we can go to our next subject here, fellas. And let's move right along here. And let's take a look and see what we got. If the computer is going to act right today, because it definitely said no, sir. Said no, sir. But we're gonna make sure that we're gonna share it out anyway. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Tap in.
Tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in. Okay, let's see. We're gonna get some love here. We getting some love. We're on the late thing. Y'all, we appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying, with the patience this morning. We're on a new system and we're gonna be working it out for y'all. All right, here we go. Here we go. Once again, we got global tensions raising the threat. I mean, countries shore up their digital defenses as global tensions raise the threat of cyber warfare. So it says hackers linked to Russia's government launched a cyber attack last spring against municipal water plants in rural Texas. At one plant in Muleshoe, population 5,000, water began to overflow. You know what I'm saying? The hackers weren't trying to taint the water supply. They didn't ask for a ransom. They determined the intrusion was designed to test the vulnerabilities of America's public infrastructure.
Mm.
Very important to pay attention to. It was also a warning. In the 21st century, it takes more than oceans and an army to keep the United States safe. So let's read down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It says a year later, countries around the world are preparing for greater digital conflict as increasing global tensions and a looming trade war have raised the stakes. And the chances that a cyber attack could cause significant economic damage, disrupt vital public systems, reveal sensitive business or government secrets, or even escalate into military confrontation. Now, see, this is the thing that we want to make sure that we make clear here is that we want you guys to see this. You know what I mean? So the confluence of events has national security and cyber experts warning of heightened cyber threats and a growing digital arms race as countries look to defend themselves. At the same time, President Donald Trump has upended America's digital defenses by firing the four-star general who led the National Security Agency, shrinking cybersecurity agencies, and slashing election cybersecurity initiatives. Interesting. Interesting. Businesses are now are increasingly concerned about cyber attacks, and governments have moved to a war footing, according to a report this month by NCC Group, a British cyber security firm. And I think we'll stop the reading there and let's get back to a little here to see what we got from this particular standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we got to put it in perspective, fellas. We got to put it in perspective and see exactly what we got going on here. And yeah, so cyber attacks are on the rise, guys. What is your take on that? What is your take on that, L?
I really think it was all. Well, I just think I don't know because truthfully, I think that's if they know the timing is right to do it because there's so much chaos is going on in the country right now, and everybody's not sure of everything that's going on. So hackers and everything, everybody that's trying to do something, this would be the perfect time to do it. So I think it's gonna be a increase of that and a lot more crime and everything else is gonna be coming up in the days to come because of all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah,
Mellow
yeah.
Man.
Um, I'm gonna say in the words of Biggie, warning. Who the hell is this paging me at 5:46 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
crack of dawn? Basically, um, basically, it's definitely a warning to us saying we're not really gonna, we're not gonna, we're just showing you that we can get to your water source. We ain't gonna do no damage, but we're just showing you how vulnerable you are. So yeah, we've seen movies with all type of catastrophes and things that have happened. Like we are really on the brink of destruction. Really, we we just got to wake up and just be prepared for whatever. That's all.
Yes, sir. Well said. Well said, my brother. Well said. And that's key information for the nation. And C said, we are living out a movie, living out a play. They're all playing a role in a grander scheme. Stay with high vibrations and stay wise. Do your best to protect yourself. Yes, very much so important. It's already a lot of information leaked out about all of us online. You know what I'm saying? It's not a secret anymore. And if you felt like it was, got some news for you. Uh, it's definitely not a secret anymore. You know what I'm saying? Um, Mar checking in, simply checking in. What's going on? Good morning. Good morning in the chat. Steelers Nation chimed in and said, so in essence, this orange dude sabotaged us from the inside, coupled with heightened activities from foreign entities. That's the way it appears. I mean, that's the way it appears. I mean, if you guys are really seeing what that article was saying, it's basically alluding just to that. John said, cyber attacks are virtually unstoppable. The average person is helpless to do anything other than react to what happens. Yes, very well said. Very well said, John. You already know, man. That's key information. And thank you, chat, for being always active and being the real MVPs of the show, because without y'all, we'd be just the AM Kings. But we're the AM Kings and crew because you guys keep tapping in with us and doing the right thing. Jada the GOAT, producer extraordinaire, man. Peace to you, man. I was watching your video the other day. That was some dope stuff. You was doing top of the morning, fellas. You already know, checking in, checking in. You already know. Jada, let us know where you're from, too, so we can give your area a shout out. But yeah, good talk on that, man. You guys keep your eyes woke for that type of stuff. And, while you're thinking about tapping in, to the woke show. You know what I'm saying?
Stay
So,
woke.
yeah, stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. We're gonna go to our next subject. DJ Rob checking in. Black Steel in the hour of chaos. Yeah. Oh man, I'm trying to tell you. That's key. That's key. That's key. Let's take a look at our next subject, fellas, and see if we can get this to jump in here on us. Like I said, bear with us. We're on a new technical thing that we're getting going here. So thank you guys for bearing with us on the AM King show. It says Trump draft executive order will make sweeping changes to the U.S. the U.S. State Department, excuse me. So let's read into it a little bit. It says the draft executive order proposes the elimination of all non essential embassies and consulates in sub Saharan Africa and the consolidation of regional bureaus around the world. It also calls for terminating offices and positions within the department focused on climate, women's issues, democracy, human rights, migration, and criminal justice. The full structural reorganization and transition of the State Department should be completed by October 1st per the order. So there's one Donald Trump and his cronies, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And this is just something that's going down the line here. Let's go back here up a little bit. Kind of got away from me. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Says the Trump administration could soon roll out sweeping changes to the U.S. State Department, according to a draft executive order obtained by CNBC that lays out what it calls a disciplined reorganization of the nation's diplomatic service. Man, that's crazy. It's a 16-page draft order, and it's definitely they're trying to put it into effect, as you can see, by October 1st. So guys, let's unpack that. You know what I'm saying? Let's unpack that if we can. You know what I mean? Like, let's talk about that real quick and get some reaction from you guys. You know what I mean? Talk to me real quick, L. Let me know what you're thinking.
I just think we're about to see a whole bunch of changes in this world because he's rewriting history. He's rewriting about everything to make it to whatever he's up to. He's making it in effect slowly and surely. I don't know what he's up to, but he's definitely doing a lot of changes and he's making it known that he's up to something. But the full point is you don't know what he's up to. But stay woke because it's definitely going to affect you as much as this than anybody else. So.
Right, right. And we also have to keep in mind too, it's not just Donald Trump. It's the Trump administration. Like he's just a figurehead of it, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And there's way more players on the chessboard that we have to be aware of. And that's what gets lost in the shuffle sometimes. We don't get through we don't get through all of these channels and understand these channels, so it puts the nation in confusion because we're all looking at one focal point, and we have to understand Donald Trump is not thinking of these things on his own. The chat, Quincy Borden checking in, my man Black, what's going on, Black? Checking in down there in Florida. You know what I'm saying? And he says communicate through telepathic means and use trees for Wi-Fi in Sirius. We are not using our gifts. That is definitely an interesting take right there. You know what I'm saying? We'll take that one with it too. Thank you, man. Thank you, Black. Appreciate you tapping in. You know what I'm saying? And Steelers Nation said Putin trying to have a greater presence in Africa and this clown trying to distance the US in that arena of the world. And once again, it's not just Trump himself, but the Trump administration itself. You know what I'm saying? Black said, I'm dead ass serious. What we're looking at is a fucking TV. Yeah. Yeah. If you really get what he's saying, I mean, pay attention to that. Well said, Black. You already know. Appreciate you tapping in down there in Florida. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy, Black. Everybody, make sure y'all following each other in the chat. Make sure y'all interacting with each other on the AM King Show, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. YouTube, Facebook, like, subscribe, and share. You already know what it is. And then stay tuned for the Woke Show after this and get your music fix. You know what I mean? C said, I can definitely see they are using the theory of evolution to guide what's going on. Ooh, Well said. Well said. Mellow Man, give us some insight.
Yeah, I'll just add on to what you were saying, King. Uh, the the administration is more than him, and then you look at this particular election. You know, he brings in Elon Musk, one of the richest guys in the world, right? So his claim to fame and his way of making money is through Tesla and SpaceX. Now we don't look at SpaceX so much like they send in citizens in space. They having fun. They doing things that he took over some contracts that NASA was doing. So the government is one of his biggest contracts through SpaceX, and we would have thought like, oh, he's the first electric vehicle, so he's doing okay on that. But where he really getting his bread is through SpaceX and these government contracts. So when you say the administration we have to look out for, that includes Elon Musk, that includes Mark Zuckerberg, that includes uh, uh, what's my man name from Amazon, Jeff Bezos. All of those guys after the election, they all shook his hand and probably kissed his ring because it's all of these guys and it's creating their own legacies. You know what I'm saying? Because think 10 years ago. 10 years ago, when we say that Elon Musk would be worth $500 billion,
Man, man.
Mark Zuckerberg worth $500 billion. These is multi billionaires off of something that the government saw like we can use these guys, so we're going to help them elevate into positions. So yeah, we
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
stay
Well
woke,
said.
stay woke,
Stay
guys.
woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. That's the key. That's the key. You know what I'm saying? And in addition to that, once again, even like for example, Elon Musk, a lot of people don't know Elon Musk just invested in the Tesla thing. He did not create the electric car that is Tesla. He just had the bread. You know what I'm saying? He had the capital to put the muscle behind it and manufacture it. You know what I'm saying? As we've seen in previous examples on the AM King show, where we showed you guys who invented what, who invented what. And so, stay woke on that as well. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things where people are the face of something. That's why we keep saying Trump administration and not just Donald Trump himself. He's a figurehead. He's a pawn in this scheme. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys are staying aware and woke. John said, sweeping changes equals chaos in real time. Change of any sort takes time. Your changes is needed, but sweeping changes lead to nothing but heartache. He only has so much power to actually change anything at all. The president only has so much power. You guys got to remember that. You know what I'm saying? There is a system of checks and balances that won't allow most things to really happen. Trump is a lot of hot air and wishes. Not all will happen. No, not all will happen. There's going to be some things that will be denied. We just want to make you aware and make sure that you're looking past the surface of what's being told to you on a day-to-day basis. John said, remember, they say things to distract us from the actual things taking place. And don't believe him. He is leading us left to keep us from looking right. Wow. Now that's what we're talking about right there. He's leading us left to keep us from looking right. Well said, John. Well said, brother. C said, when you know the nature of your enemy, you will know what it is capable of. You must know the nature of your enemy to know what they're capable of, because fear is only of the unknown. You guys have heard this statement before somewhere in life. Fear is only of the unknown. When you are unfamiliar with something, you're automatically going to fear it. But once you become familiar with it, it's just like getting punched in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what it's like to get punched in the mouth, then you're always going to be afraid to get punched in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? So this is the parable that we're getting at. And yeah, just so understand that fear of the unknown. But once you become aware of things, your fear level should dissipate. Should dissipate. C said, when you know the nature of your enemy, yes, you will know what it is capable of. From there, you can predict movements. And for your information, whenever it's an executive order, that means it was all the president's doing. Yes, yes, indeed. So now you've been educated. Thanks, chat. Thank you guys, man. And P and L, everybody's giving great insight this morning. And we're going to level up together. We're going to level up together here on the AM King show. We're going to make sure that you're in the know and not in the dark, because at some point in time, yes, we can talk about, like the things that are going wrong in our people's DNA, in our behaviors and things of that nature. But we also believe here on the show that we got to wake you guys up to real things that are under the surface, and start dissecting, and start uncovering and myth busting and things of that nature, because there's a lot of things that they will lead you down the road to, and you have to see what's going on the right side. On the right side. So yes, good look on that, everybody. We're going to get into our next subject here. Like I said, bear with the technical difficulties. Really, really appreciate y'all checking in with us and sticking with us. So we're going to get into our next subject here. This particular subject is something that I thought was interesting, and L kind of like brought this one up for us. You know what I mean? And we're going to unpack this one real quick. This one says China warns America. China warns America. So let's have a listen and see what the Chinese had to say about this. You know what I mean? Because this was I found this pretty interesting. It's a quick little
want
thing.
to impose war on China, you get war. If you want to destroy China, you get destroyed. If you want to bomb China out with nuclear weapons, you will be wiped out with nuclear weapons. That's the mutually assured destruction theory, mad theory, that everyone in Pentagon, everyone in Washington, D.C. should fully know about. China is not going to be pushed around, and China will fight to the end, one way or another, peacefully or otherwise. So the choice is in Washington. China wants to be a partner of the United States, rather than being a slave of the United States.
Ryan Garcia in the biggest arena in Los Angeles.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But yeah, you see what they're saying, and you see what China's talking about. You see what China's talking about, man. We see what's going on. Like, it's really, really, really important for you guys to be aware of that, because if you're not aware of it, then you're not aware. But this is exactly what China's saying. They said, look, wherever you push us to, we're going to go there. Wherever you push us to, we're going to go there. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. L, what you got to say?
China ain't playing with the U.S., man. They already got a plan B, a plan C already in play. They waiting to see what the U.S. gonna do, and then they're gonna respond accordingly. But they're already in a position where they don't even really need the U.S. money because they are already self-established. So what the U.S. is doing is we really hurting ourselves with this transition of stuff that Trump is allowing us to do for whatever reason it is. But like I said, I don't think China's really worried about us being a part of them or not, because they already self-established.
P.
Like Gucci Mane said, bricks, 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 bricks. The U.S. dollar is nowhere near as strong as it used to be. And just to piggyback off of what LB just said, and we say this all the time, and if you don't know who BRICS is Britain, Russia, India, China, Korea, South America, South Africa. They have their own source of funding. They have their own dollar that they're creating that they're not spending with us. So for us to think we're going to cut them off and do our own thing, they're forming a coalition and we're headed towards the back of the bus. So
Man,
keep your passports handy. That's all I can say.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. C said this is about bloodlines. The bloodlines never respected Oriental people. Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. Hey, man. You guys are definitely on one this morning on Monday. Everybody's sharp and woke this morning. Appreciate the tap in on everything that everybody's saying. P, that was dope. L, that was right on, spot on. Spot on. Everybody in the chat, spot on, man. We appreciate y'all being on one accord with us on the AM King Show. Like, subscribe, share. Make sure you know that we're on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook. You already know what it is, man. Make sure y'all check us out because we are going to bring it to you the right way. Said, see, said again. Here we go. China wants to be a part of the bloodlines. He mentioned a key phrase: "We want to be partners, not slaves." A deeper message is being said. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Which leads me into this next thing that L uncovered for us. Let's take a look at it, y'all. Let's take a look at it because I think this ties right into everything. You know what I'm saying? I think it really does. And it's going to, I think it's going to drive the point home. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to drive the point home. Let's see if we can get this called up here. Thank you guys for your patience on our technical difficulties this morning. We're working on that feverishly, had to make some adjustments, but nonetheless, here we are. America is a business, not a country. America was never your country. It was always their business. They didn't build this nation on freedom. Have a look.
This is the unwritten truth. America is a business, not a country. They told you this was a nation built on freedom. But the truth? America was never a country. It was a corporation, formed for profit, not people. From the jump, the British, the French, the Portuguese, they weren't exploring. They were competing for ownership, land, gold, bodies. We were never human to them. We were inventory.
Sorry about the
transatlantic slave trade. That wasn't about race. That was about return on investment. They built empires on our backs, then handed out flags like that made it honorable. In America's founding documents, you'll find more references to property rights than to human rights. Why? Because you were the property.
Glitches.
Cotton was booming, sugar was gold, and you were the machine they didn't have to pay for. Fast forward to now, and nothing's changed but the method. You're still being exploited through debt, through labor.
Oh yeah.
Through prisons, through entertainment. You're still a product. They just swapped the chains for contracts. America isn't broken. It's operating exactly how it was designed to. For profit, not for you. Because the truth is, this was never your country. It was always their business.
Okay. I'm gonna hop out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? Sorry about the technical difficulties, but I think that's driving the point home, fellas, and that's getting us exactly where we need to be in this. You know what I mean? Like it's important for you to know these historical facts because it never really was for the people. It was for the business practice of everything. You know what I'm saying? And as the lady said, it was self-explanatory. She said America was sold back in the 1920s, literally. John said we are the most narcissistic country on the planet. They don't need us in China. We act like we are the shit. And it is more like we are shit. I know what you said ish, but we're going to say it right for the purposes. C said again, a plan going back 500,000 years ago, slaves, power, gold, control. planetary control. And that's the reason why we bring these things to you on the AM King show, because it drives the point home, because we just talked about that situation and look how that correlates to it. Look how that correlates to it, man. It really is a slippery slope. You have to be very aware of things, you know what I'm saying? And after watching that video, L, what did you take from it?
Things that I already knew. It's been like this the whole time. You got to figure out why certain people got advantages to do things, certain people do not. It's been written this way. It's been it's been processed for you to do this, and processed for people to do that. They already got the divided line in play. So basically, if you're not on that one side, you're basically on the other side, and you're not going to the other side unless somebody want to pull you over to the other side. But other than that, it's been organized like this since the beginning. It's just we're getting the technology now to start to understand all the stuff that we never knew, and that's all it is.
Bingo, bingo. Mellow man, Abbott.
I don't even know where to start at with this one. You're right, LB. Like since the beginning of time, like this is. I mean, uh, uh, the good brother DJ Rob said it in a nutshell: black steel in the hour of chaos. You know what I'm saying? So, slavery, the transatlantic trade, actually ended up being our penal system over here. That's what slavery is now, and it's mostly in the state system because when you come in the state system and commit a crime, you're now a number. You're no longer a citizen, and they're going to give you a job, and you're going to work for 18 cents an hour. So that's pretty much slavery. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they on another level, you know, you got federal inmates that it's a money exchange in there because look at Brooklyn Detention Center now where they holding Sean Combs. Allegedly, one of his roommates was the guy who started FTX, who who stole like $14 billion from his investors. So it's levels to this thing, you know. The poor stays poor and the rich gets richer. That's the bottom line.
Mm. Powerful this morning. We are definitely on one this morning. John said this. He said, borders are man made. They do nothing but segregate and cause division. We are no better than any other humans anywhere. We all need to coexist, and we are segregating ourselves into a situation that no one will reach back for us because of how we treat uh, each other's nationalities. Absolutely. And we have to say that that's by design. That's by design. It definitely is by design. It's not like, it just miraculously popped up out of nowhere and these conditions exist the way that they are. This is all by design, people. Make sure you stay woke on that factor. Make sure you guys are staying up on things with this. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we're going to dig past the surface of things. And the reason why we bring you some of these clips is to put it in perspective so you kind of understand the whys and stop asking why. The more you're empowered with the knowledge, the more you're educated about how things have been structured, the more that you're going to understand why things exist the way that they do. So we're going to bring that context to you. Like, subscribe, share the AM King show. We are on one this morning. I definitely feel like this is necessary. This is not popular stuff. This is necessary stuff. And for you guys tapping in with us, we greatly appreciate it because that lets me know that you guys care about this stuff just as much as we do. And we all need to be on one accord and move in our areas, in our regions, wherever you are in the world, wherever you're tapping in from. Make sure that you guys are staying locked in and let's get on one accord and understand that these are things that exist and we don't have to play by these rules. We don't have to play like this. We don't. We don't have to play like this, but we can play right. We can play right. As much as people play wrong, we can play right. So thank you guys for the chats and thank you guys for the comments. C just said, just for context and research purposes, only 20% of slaves came from Africa. 80% were here already. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. They indeed took over and killed off many of the Native Americans because they were black. They were black. So you guys do some history and research on that, because when you start doing the digging, you'll start to understand that, it wasn't just the Africans that came here. There was a lot of us that were here already, already here, already here. So, this is just crazy times. I got another subject here for the fellas, and we're almost at the end of our hour, but let's go ahead and tap into this subject. We'll try to get a couple of funnies in after that. You know what I'm saying? And then go right on over to lfxmedia.live and tap in with the Woke Show. Here's some good music. Mellow Man's
Oh yeah.
definitely gonna bring the good music to you, man. If you got to get your morning started the right way, for all of us that love the hits, Mello PDC is gonna bring you the hits. L brought this subject up right here to me, and I wanted to run this and get some reaction, because the church is a subject that we don't talk about a lot, but we did bring it up last week. You know what I'm saying? Mellow Man, as you know, gave us some good insight on religion and spirituality and things of that nature. But this one says, minister gets on a woman for not giving enough money in the offering basket, and grandson gets upset. Let's get it without some stream lag. If it does, we apologize this morning, lag. But we're gonna work on getting it back in order. We're working on a new system. Check it out.
Watch this.
Grandmama, I know we got a train short. You can put some more money in that. Come on,
They need
Take that grocery bag and put out some more money. With a man rock on. I can't believe I just got snapped in front of the congregation. Keep my grandmama's name out your mouth.
No, he didn't.
Keep my grandmama's offering amount out your mouth.
He didn't do that. Watch this.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That was just part of the funny segment. I had to set it up like that because when I watched it, it was hilarious. But yeah, the parable of doing the Chris Rock thing and going back to the humor side of things, it was definitely comical, and I thought that was just a funny way to set that one up, because we had to get a get you gotcha on that one. You know what I'm saying? Where they actually, it was just a parable, it was a joke. So just so y'all know, it wasn't nothing serious, but had to have some fun with you guys this morning with that one. And just remember, keep my grandma's name out your mouth and keep her money out your basket.
That part.
C said, why do they call it offering when they ask for it?
Yeah. Then they talking about no, we need more and shit. What you trying to buy when you leave dinner? You know you popping in all the clothes anyway. You take the missus out to a whole big dinner or something and shit. You always see them at the dinner, mom. You always see them at the restaurant after church and shit.
I got it. We had to get y'all this morning. We had to get y'all this morning on that one, man. We had to get y'all this morning on that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just be mindful. Just be mindful. You know what I'm saying? I wish we had that video of the one movie where the one pastor was like, we want you to give generously to his church. Yes, indeed. John says, slap the muskrat love out of his ass. The muskrat love. The muskrat love. You know what I'm saying? Just remember, the muskrat love is real. It's real, y'all. It's real. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all know that. Make sure y'all know that, man. You know what I'm saying? I was about to say, in all actuality, because I don't want the stream to really be too laggy. So you know what I'm saying, we're just gonna cut it short right there, and back on Wednesday, and we'll get some more perspective on things and get things together, get things right. P's getting ready to go over to the woke show. Make sure you we put the link in the chat here. You know what I'm saying, as far as going over there, tapping in, hitting that play button. Like, subscribe, and share here too, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's the AM Kings. You know what I mean? And we got some more things coming up. And Wednesday, we'll talk about some more interesting subjects. Chat, we want to thank y'all because you guys gave great insight this morning. Great insight. And I think that was the most important thing, is that we needed to get on one accord. And you guys are definitely spot on. Did not disappoint this morning. And wanted to thank y'all personally. You know what I'm saying? The In-N-Out store, you guys are working into finishing up phase 1, getting ready to go into phase 2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Waiting on some
Yeah.
certificates to come in the mail, and that's about it.
Okay. Yep. Business as usual. Business as usual. Make sure y'all go 558 East 8th, In-N-Out. Check them out. You know what I'm saying? You want to play some slots, go on down there and play the skills games. You know what I'm saying? If you need something in the area, you know what I'm saying, there's a new convenience store called In-N-Out. Make sure y'all go check that out. P, I know you got some things going on with the degrees, getting into the work, and the work is working.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a full week, a full day. Like I got to go hard. You know, we at the finish line. I got 5 weeks left. Get this business administration degree. We're looking at a contract, a government contract for valves and a couple things that parts to go to a plane for the Air Force. So yeah, we got some things going on. But what I wanted to say real quick, and I was just sometimes I just stroll through Facebook and I see a lot of positive, things going on, and I just like to shout out when I see something nice, like family or not, is a lot of people in my family are doing great things, like LB is doing. There's a lot of stores being open. My cousin Kenya and Sean Johnson, they were voted the Power Couple of the Year. They doing big things in real estate. They're doing big things in child care. My cousin Frankie and his wife, Neek, they doing their things. Fonzo, man, it's so many. I don't like to start mentioning because then you feel like you leave somebody out. But
Mm-hmm.
Right.
it's everybody's doing their thing, and as many when it comes to me. I'll shout out people, and I just love to see motion. So yeah, shout out to all those guys that's cooking the restaurants. If you guys remember Red Hots, my cousin took over Red Hots, and
On Parade Street, right?
that's a prime location. They went from out in I think it was is it
West 38th, Liberty Plaza. Then they
They
went to
went from
City
Liberty
Hall.
Plaza to downtown to right around the corner from where they was raised on 17th. You know what I mean? They're down a little lower. But yeah, it's history being made in the city, and I'd just like to shout out those guys that's doing stuff.
Salute.
Yes, we got to big it up. We got to big it up when we see our peers doing entrepreneurial moves, building businesses, building the future of our communities, man. We definitely have to applaud it and champion it. You know what I'm saying? C said, you see, so much good is happening. Stay with high vibrations. And that's what we want y'all to do.
That's right.
Stay high vibes. You know what I'm saying? High vibes there's no better feeling than that. I don't know anybody that's on high vibration that could tell you otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Because once you come to that light, and once you come to that realization that the light can stay around you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you know what I'm saying, 365 days a year, it is a choice. It is the right choice. It is the best choice for us all. You know what I'm saying? So yes, thank you for that, P. Thank you for that, because we needed to hear that. We need to hear about us doing the right thing, not always about doing the wrong. Because we could have talked about the shootings that happened this week. They go on every week. We could talk about all the negative things that happen in the world. You know what I'm saying? But really, at the end of the day, we're just here for awareness, for upliftment, for high vibration. For sure. High vibration. We're definitely going to give it to you raw, rugged, and real on the AM King Show. Make sure y'all liking, subscribing, and sharing. Facebook, YouTube. We are on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You know what I'm saying? C said we are going to create our own great future, and we are the light. Bingo. That's exactly what we're talking about right there. So you guys stay woke. We'll be back on Wednesday with some more good content for y'all and some more funnies and some more business news, sports news, music news, all the good stuff on the AM King Show for LB PDC. It's J Pad the Juggernaut, man. We will see you guys.